Jean Piaget, a Swiss psychologist, was born August 9, 1896 and died September 16, 1980. He developed a cognitive development theory for children. Piaget's cognitive development theory is where children actively construct knowledge as they manipulate and explore their world. These are the stages of cognitive development: sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. The sensory motor stage, which is the first stage of Piaget's social cognitive development theory. The first substage is reflexive, which is the first month, where they learn to grasp and suck things. The second stage is primary circular, where a child from 1 to 4 months old learns how to combine reflexes by grasping and then sticking something in their mouth. The third is secondary circular, where it is 4 to 8 months old and they learn a repetition of acts that are pleasing, like throwing a marker on the ground repeatedly. The fourth is coordination, which is 8 to 12 months old, which is object permanence and learning how to walk, crawl, roll over, etc. Tertiary circular, which is 12 to 18 months, where they actively explore possible uses for an object that may not be that object's actual use. The last substage for the sensory motor stage is symbolic thought, which is 18 to 24, where they endure mental representations of things and are able to follow displacements of items.
Following the sensory motor stage is the pre-operational stage. Children ages 2 through 7 are in the pre-operational stage. At this time, children begin to engage in make-believe play. Play detaches from the real-life conditions that are associated with certain objects. For example, erasers and markers become cars. At this stage, play becomes less self-centered. Children realize that the objects they are playing with can also be independent. Play also becomes more complex as children begin to have an understanding of role relationships and storylines.
Operational stage. This is ages 7 to 11 years old. During this stage, children's thoughts are much more organized, flexible, and logical than their younger years. There are 4 achievements that show children are in this stage. The first is conservation. This is represented by being able to go through a series of steps and mentally reverse and go back to the beginning. The second is classification. This achievement is demonstrated through children's collections, such as collecting rocks, coins, or seashells. The third is seriation, which is being able to order items by length or weight. Lastly is spatial reasoning. Children demonstrate this by understanding space around them by drawing large-scale maps of their house or neighborhoods.
The final stage of Piaget's theory is the formal operational stage. This includes ages 11 and on. In this stage, adolescents gain the ability to think abstractly, systematically, and scientifically. There are 2 main features of reasoning and thought that adolescents develop. The first one is hypothetical-deductive reasoning, in which they are given a problem and come up with a prediction and deduction of how it will turn out. An example of this is whether a stand will fall if hit with a stick, and an adolescent should predict that the stand will not fall. The second feature is propositional thought, where an adolescent can evaluate logic in verbal statements. An example of this is choosing the correct cup that has something under it, which can only be done if the child knows which cup has the object before they are switched around. To conclude, adolescents begin to grasp the logical necessity of propositional reasoning, which means conclusions come from logic when given verbal statements. An example is the knowledge that a book dropped on a hard floor will have a loud sound, and a book dropped on a soft chair will have a softer sound.
So you can help students fully develop into their potential.
Knowing that the students are learning how to problem solve.
It'll help me understand how their thought processes work.
It will help me connect with my students more so I can build relationships.